Imagine waking up tomorrow in Ghana and every single farm, fishery, and livestock operation has suddenly stopped. The resulting shockwaves would empty out local markets, shut down processing factories, and instantly stall the entire national economy. To understand why the impact is so severe, we have to look at what agriculture actually is. It is the practice of cultivating plants, raising animals, and other related activities. It relies heavily on environmental sustainability, the delicate act of creating a condition where human consumption exists in productive harmony with nature's physical limits. This physical balance translates directly into massive financial scale. Look at this chart isolating the national output. In the year 2022, agriculture generated nearly 20% of Ghana's total gross domestic product, precisely 19.57%. That means the staple food on a daily dining table represents a massive macroeconomic system, making it a primary industry driving real wealth. But there is a clear friction point between the money generated and the people involved. While the GDP gauge shows a roughly 20% monetary value, this split screen shows a much heavier human footprint on the right. In 2021, 39.49% of all employees in Ghana were active in the agricultural sector. It serves as a massive source of income, actively alleviating poverty and driving down unemployment, especially in rural communities. The second pillar keeping the economy stable is food security. By producing domestic staples, like these raw yams and plantains, the agricultural sector ensures a reliable, continuous food supply. A strong domestic harvest maintains stable local prices and drastically reduces the country's reliance on expensive foreign imports. This local production directly fuels the third pillar, rural development. Farming stimulates local trade, which demands physical infrastructure. The presence of paved roads, active commercial transport, and communication towers are the direct result of agriculture driving local markets and supporting ancillary industries. The fourth pillar extends outward to global markets, export earnings. Ghana produces high-demand raw commodities, such as cocoa, cashew nuts, and shea butter. Selling these materials internationally brings in crucial foreign exchange revenue, boosting the national balance of trade to finance necessary imports. The final pillar focuses on long-term viability, environmental sustainability. Embracing specific methods like organic farming, conservation agriculture, and agroforestry protects soil fertility and conserves water resources, proving that intentional land management mitigates climate change impacts. When you view these 5 elements together, you see that agriculture operates as a multi-tiered defense system, protecting Ghana's financial stability, its massive workforce, and its natural resources. To achieve these wide-reaching economic goals, the sector relies on specific physical practices. The integration of modern agricultural technologies, like this tractor actively preparing the soil, introduces commercial mechanization that allows farmers to drastically scale up their output. Similarly, direct control over the environment changes the production timeline. Irrigation systems, like the hose and sprinkler shown here, allow crops to thrive regardless of unpredictable seasonal rains or prolonged dry periods. And the work continues past the harvest. In this industrial facility, workers carefully sort raw cashews. This intermediate processing step adds significant commercial value to the raw product before it reaches the open market. Match cocoa farming and localized irrigation to the correct outcomes: export earnings or dry season food security. Here are the results. Commercial cocoa farming drives export earnings by supplying international buyers. Irrigation systems guarantee crops survive regardless of rainfall, securing food year-round. Targeted investments into specific agricultural technologies like these directly drive the country's national economic resilience. Now it is time to take these concepts into the field. Observe the specific operations at your school farm, or sketch out a plan for a backyard farming project at home, discussing the methods you see with your peers. As you examine these real-world operations, ask yourself 2 questions. How important is agriculture to you personally as a learner? And how exactly can these practices lead to long-term economic development in Ghana? To find your answers, return to the baseline data. Agriculture is the physical cultivation of the natural world. It employs nearly 40% of the nation's workforce and generates almost a fifth of the national GDP. Whether you are looking at the staple foods on a local dining table or calculating international trade balances, Agriculture is the root that sustains Ghana's future.